This video is for my fellow teachers, and I'm going to be sharing with you a mistake that I made, a really bad mistake that has cost me significantly in my business, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. So let me give you some context. I started selling online courses in about March. I started building my website in January, and by March I opened up for enrollments and just kind of promoted it a little bit on my social media page. By May, I was running ads on Facebook, and that's when things really started to take off, and I had my best month in July. Here's the big mistake that I made. Although I did have an email marketing strategy, it was really more of an afterthought. It wasn't a priority, and that is the mistake, and that's the mistake you should not make. Facebook ads or Google ads are wonderful. When you think about how marketing is all about, or advertising is all about, putting the right offer in front of the right people, when you have such powerful targeting tools to do precisely that, it is incredible. And when you think about putting the right offer in front of the right people, it's not just about putting an English learning product in front of people who are somewhat interested in learning English or who are following you on social media. A lot of these people may not actually be ready to buy something that helps them with their English. And that's completely fine. Everyone's at a different place. But there are going to be people out there who are interested in not just improving their English, but they're looking to buy something that will help them with that. And those are the right people for this product that you have. And with all the data that Google and Facebook gathers on their users, that's precisely what they use to show their ads, or your ads, to the right people. When you've got your ads set up and optimized well, you can expect massive conversion rates. And that's what was running my business for a good 5 months, between May right through to October. Now, here's what happened in October. At the end of October, Facebook made some changes with their algorithm, and their algorithm decided that my ads were no longer compliant with their policies. Now, I know for a fact that all of my ads were in accordance with Facebook's policies, because at some point or other they were mistakenly flagged for being political ads, which of course they're not. I'm selling an English product or English learning product. And it was reviewed by a human. A person looked at these ads and they decided that they're fine, there's nothing wrong with them. Now, the algorithm was changed in around October, and it mistakenly flagged all of my ads as being inappropriate, or for some reason in violation of Facebook's policies. And that then triggered another feature in their algorithm, which then restricted my entire ad account. So now I can't run any ads whatsoever on Facebook. And because of COVID-19, where the appeals process, where you send a message to their support desk and have them review your account and make sure that nothing's wrong, would normally take about 48 hours for them to review your account and reactivate it. It's now taking several weeks because they're short-staffed with the whole COVID situation. So what that means is for the whole month of November, I've had no ads, almost no traffic, and no sales. I still need to cover my expenses, which are monthly, to keep the lights on. So that's where I've really kind of gotten myself in a lot of trouble. And although I was building my email list and I did have an email marketing strategy, like I said, it wasn't a priority, but it should have been. Now, I could get upset at Facebook and wave my fist at them, but I'm not really in the position to do that. And here's why. It's their platform. It's their house, their rules, their private company. They are not in any way obliged to provide me with their services. They can refuse to do business with me for any reason they want. So that means that at any time, without warning, that means of driving traffic and getting sales for my business could immediately be switched off by something completely out of my control. Whereas with emails, it's entirely mine. I own that email list. I can, at any time I want, whenever I want, contact the people on that email list and get my message to them. So the first takeaway for you from this video is this: treat every marketing avenue as a tool in a toolkit. You have multiple tools in your toolkit, and you want to optimize your use of every single one of them. And above all, you want to prioritize your email strategy, because every other marketing strategy can be taken away from you, and that is completely out of your control. It can happen without warning. And when that happens, not if, but when that happens, you need to be ready to still keep your lights on with that one tool that will never actually fail you. So now you've probably got a few questions about, how do I run ads effectively that actually convert? How do I do email marketing effectively so that I actually convert and get sales through it? I would love to share that with you right now, but if I did, it would be like a crazy long video. It would run like several hours, because that's the sort of stuff that you can create an entire course on. You can actually build an entire course just on Facebook ads, an entire course just on email marketing, and you're gonna find courses like that on Udemy for like 10, 20, 50 bucks. You'll even find similar courses with similar content for like $2,000 being advertised in your newsfeed. And all of these will give you sort of generic formulas for how you set up your ads on Facebook, how you do email marketing. And a lot of these email marketing courses are generic courses which tell you what to do. In fact, I'll tell you what they're going to tell you to do. They'll say, have a landing page where you offer a free ebook in exchange for an email, and then send marketing emails to that email address. And that's probably what you've tried doing at some point, and you've probably noticed that it's not getting you the sales or the results. That formula is a generic formula. The people who are telling you to do this should also be telling you why you're doing each of these steps and why these things work. And if you understand the principles behind why all of this works, then you're going to know how to fine-tune that and make adjustments to fit your target audience and your niche and your product. And that's the one thing that a lot of them don't teach, either because they're just overlooking it, or they don't even know that they're supposed to be teaching you that. Here's just one example. If your market for your product is high value consumers, people who generally have a higher disposable income or higher buying power, and are based in countries like the US, Australia, the UK, Canada, where anybody who has an email address has a Visa or MasterCard or a means of buying things online, and are frequently buying things online, so they're comfortable and familiar with the process, then you can assume that anyone you add to your email list who says, yes, I'm interested in this ebook, which is related to solving my problem, you can assume that all of those people are potential buyers. But we can't do that with our niche in teaching English. Our customers, our potential customers, are all over the world, including in countries where it's not normal to buy things online. It's not common to own a credit card. So what you end up seeing, if you just kind of use this cookie cutter strategy, is you're going to fill up your mailing list with people who have no means of buying things online, who even if they want to, they're not going to buy. And also the culture in the countries where they're from is that they may not be as willing to spend. They may be a lot more price sensitive, in which case, no matter what you sell them online, they're just not going to buy from you. And to avoid that, there's actually one critical step in building your email list, and that is to qualify the people that get onto that list. If you're not doing that, then the whole list you're building is completely useless. It's worth nothing to you. Now that's probably just one of many things that's involved, but beyond that, there's also what I've seen so many online marketers do. I myself have been guilty of this, is where you build a list by giving something for free, like it could be an ebook of some sort, and as soon as you get them on your list, you just blast them with, hey, buy my product, buy it, this is an awesome product, buy. People are not going to respond to that. What you'll end up doing is you're going to get all of the spam filters onto you. If it's Gmail, for example, Gmail is going to recognize that you are sending spammy stuff, and it's going to just put your emails in the promotions tab, which is the tab that very few people actually look at. Or worse, it's going to put you in the spam folder. So you're not even going to get your emails in front of your audience, let alone have it opened and read and then acted on. You need to be thinking about what your open rates are going to be. What are your read rates going to be? What are your click-through rates going to be? And you want to maximize every single one of these. Realistically, a good open rate is about 15%. So 15% of all your emails actually get opened. That's a good rate. If you get to like 20%, you're doing amazing. And then you've got to keep in mind that a smaller percentage of people who actually open the email are going to read it, and an even smaller percentage of people are going to act on it. So You want to keep all of these numbers in mind as you're working through your strategy, because you need to be tracking your performance and make sure that all of this is working as you're testing it. And you want to be making changes and optimizing this whole thing. Now, those are just a few things you want to be thinking about. Now, if you do want to pick my brain and ask me more about this stuff, you're welcome to send me a DM. And also, I'd invite you to check out my online marketing and sales training program for teachers. This is not by any means the most exhaustive training program, because as I said earlier, I've made mistakes and I'm still learning. But it is my opportunity to share with you everything that I know about marketing and sales, sharing with you all of the things that I've done, that I've tested and know work, and also all the things that I've tested and done that I know will get me in trouble, that has gotten me in trouble. And this is all stuff that I've learned over like the last 5 years or so, from books, from courses that I've enrolled in, from trial and error, and literally tens of thousands of dollars of investing my own money in these different marketing strategies and seeing what worked and testing it out and seeing what didn't work. So, to save you having to spend the same amount of money testing out stuff that doesn't work, I'd invite you to check it out. If it's the sort of thing that you'd like to learn, how to set up ads that are effective and that actually convert, how to run an email marketing campaign that's actually going to be opened, read, and acted on. So if all of this stuff is stuff that you're curious about, would like to learn more about, just send me a DM and we can talk, and I'll tell you more about the training program. I hope you found that useful. Don't make the same mistake that I did, and take care. Love yous.